What is up, everyone? We are back, and I am officially scrapping my old form, and I am completely changing my new backhand form, so let's get into it. So like I said, I am scrapping the backhand form. I'm starting over. I kind of liked where it was heading, but still a bit dicey in some areas, and I was really struggling with nose angle, and there wasn't much I could do. So I'm changing it. If you guys have been following our channel a lot, have you seen Jacob throw discs? He throws substantially further than I do, and he also throws a lot different than I do. So yesterday he was at the store and we were just messing around, kind of having a little competition on the tech disc. And we were like, let's just trade forms for the day and see what happens, see if like something clicks. And it did, at least for me. His form actually got worse with mine. So, you know, right now he's definitely doing something right. So today I'm at McBride Park and I'm going to basically throw backhand only. Unless it's like obvious forehand, I'm gonna throw backhand. As like, at least I will definitely be throwing backhand off all the tees. There might be some forehand approaches, but for the most part, backhand off the tee, because that's really what I'm working on. And the big thing I noticed too is like when I do my run up, I'm very standard, I think, like in the way that I do it. Here, let me move the camera. Just so you can see my feet. I'm very standard, I think, in the way I do it is like, you know, take the few steps. There's no skip or anything, and then you pull through and throw. I think that's like how the vast majority of professionals throw, at least what I've noticed. But I've also noticed a lot of the bigger throwers do this, and this is what Jacob does, is when he kind of gets that 1-2 and it's like a shuffle rather than a normal step. And I was trying that, and like right now as it stands on the tech disc, which I believe is pretty accurate, I'm like a 55 to 57 mile an hour guy. But when I was doing Jacob's like skip form, I was like minimum 62, 63, you know, and I think I even hit just under 65 on one throw. So throwing a lot faster. My RPMs were about 250 like RPMs higher. So definitely working. It's what I'm going to be doing today. I'll stop talking so I can actually throw some. Hole 1, 236 feet, slightly downhill. Definitely like, this is like a perfect warm-up hole. So I am going to try. It's gonna be interesting because I haven't thrown like soft with the little skip. I've just been throwing like power shots with it off the tech disc. So we should see, but this is a great warm-up hole. We'll probably throw a couple. This is a 10-hole loop. I'm gonna try to get all 10. The sun is setting, so if I don't get it all, then I apologize. It's a pretty straight shot down the hill. It is tucked a little bit, you know, on the left side. So forehand honestly is even out of the play, at least for like a quote unquote ace run, which is not necessarily what I'm trying to do, but backhand is obviously the best line at the basket, is all I'm trying to say. Bit early. There's the woods I was talking about. I threw that way too hard too. Yeah, it's tough. I'm trying not to like throw basically too hard essentially, but it's weird. Yeah, right by the basket. Again, it's just, I think this will show better. There's some longer holes here, but I think it'll show better when I'm really trying to get after it a bit. This is just like, I don't know, it feels weird at the moment. But granted, this is like, for my nerds out there, this is definitely like the beta test. You know, this is my first time actually throwing with this new form. The full game is not out yet, so we'll see what happens, you know, but I don't know. Something needs to change basically is all I'm saying, because like I've plateaued immensely doing what I'm doing backhand, even with using the Tetris like every day. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, overestimated the hole there. There are some like mid 300s to 400 foot holes on this, so you'll definitely be able to see. I've never been good at touch shots like that, so I really can't blame, you know, new form on that, but it'll definitely be more telling on those longer drives. Somehow this was my best shot. Get up. That was a great warm-up hole just to get a few throws under my belt. This is where it's going to be really telling now. Hole 2 is 403, straight shot, pretty like, I mean, it's not a tight gap, but it typically is for me on backhand. So one thing that's going to be good, I get out of these trees, success, right? Second thing, 400 feet. I think if I can get into circle, I can tell I'm throwing further. I think on average, like distance shot, you know, unless it's just a crazy pull, but there's actually not a wind today. Probably gonna be about 350, 360 feet, so probably just outside. So if I get inside circle today, and I'll probably throw a couple, take that as a win. The tee pad is like 3 feet long, so I'm not gonna use it. Oh, I don't know. I think, obviously that wasn't very telling. I think that was gonna be good. It came out of my hands. It felt like it came out a lot faster. I don't know if I just threw it high or if it was nose up that hit that, but just gotta bring it down, we're good. All right, see how this one goes. Maybe throw one more, we'll see. Oh, see, now I'm still figuring it out. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, that still turned really good. Might be woods, I'm not 100% sure, but my timing was so bad there. It was like, I was doing it, but like, I don't know if my feet are supposed to, geez, I can't even figure it out. My feet are supposed to come down at the same time, or if it's still that stagger. We're gonna go one more. We're gonna go Undertaker on this one. Flippy Undertaker, I'm gonna get it out on hyzer. Hopefully it flips up and gets some turn. I'm not expecting this one to get 400 or in circle, so if it does, I'm definitely throwing further. If not, like I'm probably looking for like a 50-foot range on this. Like if I throw this about 350, that's definitely further than normal. Too much. All right, so line hitting is about the same. That Yellow Destroyer, my second one, probably got a good ways out there. The line was just buns. All right, out of the 4, this was probably my best looking drive as far as placement goes. My Destroyer, my second one that I thought was the best, is definitely off left, but it's about pin high. Not quite, just it's probably like a 380 range. It's just off in the woods to the left. So I'll take that for now, because that was kind of what I was going for with more distance, but now I just need to work on accuracy, obviously. Forehand berg here. Figured I might as well. I've kind of been throwing this like buns too, so I'm trying to figure it out a little bit. All right. I don't know about the glide of that disc. I feel like it carries a long way. Like I didn't throw that hard at all, and I went probably close to circle's edge past the basket. So I don't know. Yeah, I should definitely not be not be this far away on seemingly a wide open approach here. Oh my gosh. All right, I don't see a tee pad for this hole. Also, it's really dark and I can't get the brightness up, so I don't even know if you can see me. But 342, it's sitting behind these 2 trees out in the middle. I'm just where it's at, or it's showing me on UDisc, so I don't know if it's gonna be exact or not from where I am. Oh, it looks like I might be, no, I definitely am playing to those trees. So yeah, just behind these trees, I'm gonna go, again, like my straighter Undertaker. I need to throw it slower and smoother. I think I'm trying to throw too hard because I want to throw further, so I need to throw it a little smoother. I'm just gonna try to put this on hyzer. If it pops up to flat, great. I'm just going for around these trees. I think that'll be a success here. If I go deep of the basket, definitely a success, because again, I typically don't throw Undertakers more than 350, so. Well, I burned it over. So far, not so good. All right, it's actually getting frustrating and I'm on hole 3 now. We're gonna go a little more stable Undertaker. I gotta give it the height. I'm gonna try to get it nose down and we'll see. Just wanna throw one good one. There we go. Wow, I don't know what the wind is doing all the way across there, but that just like fell out of the sky. But I honestly think it's by the basket. So if we're pin high, we're in business here. Again, we're still very early in the beta test here, but that Undertaker is typically a little more overstable than that. Again, it's really not much wind, it's a little bit, but not much. And this one that I burned over, granted my angle wasn't great, typically flies like that purple one did. It's just a little straighter. So I think that's probably a good sign, you know, that I'm throwing a bit faster. But again, the first one was a pretty tough read because it was like so low, so bad. But I don't know, I feel good, I guess. I'm at least trying to stay positive about it because I have 2 tournaments left. And granted, this one on Saturday is not like the biggest tournament I'll ever play, but there's another A tier that I'm playing in Nevada, which is a pretty big tournament. So I would like to do well, and I think 10 times out of 10 people aren't going to recommend that you change your form like right now, but gotta do what you gotta do apparently. So we're about as pin high as we can possibly be from the tee pad here. I'm just probably 40, 45-ish, to the right of the basket. So let's make a putt, please. Get down. Oh my gosh. I've been working on those little, I don't know, I guess it's a step putt, but it's like, I kind of do like a come together jump putt, but I've been doing that like on the steps, and I go like right foot, right leg, like it's a layup. And I feel like I control that better, but another test here. Hole, what are we on, 4? 373 feet. It's another straight shot. You just, pretty tight fairway once you get to the basket. A couple trees to miss on the left, and then on the right, and then there's woods on the left. So should be interesting. Again, if this dead tree wasn't here, that'd be great, because I try to go like hyzer on the outside, but I'm gonna have to throw something a bit straighter now. And we do have a pretty good headwind, so I'm not exactly sure, what to throw here, but probably throw a couple. It's really tough too, because there's no like tee pads, and where it says I want to throw from, it's like someone drove a car over, like when it's wet. There's kind of an elevated spot here, but I don't know, it's not super flat. I'm gonna go Gorgon, probably gonna be too understable. We're just gonna get it on a bunch of hyzer, hope it turns, and comes out. Again, this is one, if I reach the basket, especially in this headwind, good things are happening. Oh, and I slipped. If that comes out, it might be decent. All right, actually really not a bad shot, but yeah, I don't know where to throw. I think I might scoot up and throw off the pavement and just adjust. All right, we're going off pavement now. So this is probably turned it into like a 350 shot. Still goal, if we get to the basket, I think it's a win. I'm clubbing down basically to see if I can make it there with slower discs. So same way, Undertaker. Oh, get out. All right, I think that was really good distance. I threw it slow, I threw it smooth. We're gonna go that one step more stable Undertaker, the purple one, and see what happens. All right, ideally this one comes out more. I want the same initial flight, but this one comes out more. Nope. Stay out. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. So that's right where I was throwing for hole 3. It's funny, part of me wants to be like, oh man, I'm getting better because I threw one that was good. Like the majority, each hole seemed to have been bad. I just happened to throw one that like keeps stringing me along, But it's funny. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if you're watching this in the comments, let me know if it looks better at least. Not that that's necessarily what I care about. I care about results, but if it looks better, then let me know, because maybe that means like I'm on like the right track. I don't know. This is what we like here. 350 into the wind, and I'm pin high, like exactly pin high. And I think I'm even in the circle. So all in all, good shot. I just have to make it like an all the time type of thing, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, this basket's leaning too. I did not think that was going in. There we go, that's way better. All right, all in all, good hole right there. Hole 5, I believe it's like 370 something? 389 actually. It is behind this tree that is right in front of me. I don't know how far behind. It looks like a pretty good ways. So I think we're gonna say if I get past that tree, we're in business. Obviously, that would make for the best case scenario on the shot anyways, but I think distance-wise, that should be good too. It's playing slightly uphill. It's probably, to get to the basket, it's probably very close to 400. So anything past that tree is probably gonna be in the 380 range, even uphill. So that's our goal here. We do have a bit of a tailwind here, so should be interesting. Should hopefully get there. We're gonna go Gorgon first and then Destroyer. Oh, I almost just did my normal thing. That is well short. 164 Gorgon, didn't get it to turn over. I don't know, that's bad. Oh, that's getting mixed up in the wind over there. Get to the tree. Ah. Probably about, I don't know, 45 short, maybe 50 short. Not a good shot. This is also an impossible make, so if this goes in, you gotta subscribe or something. All right, this one I'm not exactly sure about. It is 420 feet, somewhere that way. I think right where this guy's walking, I don't know if you can see him, but right where that guy's walking, this tree in the middle of the fairway, it's like up and to the left of that. Very much a backhand hole. I almost just did my normal thing again, I keep forgetting. Nose angle was better there. Little snap coming out of the hands. Definitely short, definitely in a bad spot, but that felt good coming out, so. All right, I have not thrown this guy in ages. This is my first ever tournament and only tournament ace disc. Destroyer, this is like my favorite disc of all time. I'm gonna try to throw harder and maybe on like a touch at Annie and see if it just pushes straight like that. Because I feel like I'm having trouble keeping the nose down on hyzer. So I'm gonna go Annie and see if that'll help keep the nose down a bit. Don't know if that's gonna work or not. Oh my gosh, I ripped that over. Okay, I honestly didn't hate the way that came out. My line was just absolutely terrible. So I don't know. Also, this guy's walking to a different hole. I don't know if I'm playing this like totally wrong or not, because I could be playing to the basket that I birdied. Nah, it's past that. I don't know. Anyways, I guess this is what comes with working on form, but I hate it actually. Now that I'm doing it, so dumb, but. And I guess it's one of those things in retrospect. I've been throwing the tech disc a lot, and that's telling me the stats, but also it doesn't tell me when I've early or late released it like that. It's like, oh, that went. Like there was some on the tech disc where I was throwing 400 to 430, you know? And so I'm like, wow, something is working. But it's like now, I don't know, now that I'm actually doing it and like elements are involved, it's just not the same. Did not think, the basket was this one that I'm throwing to. I thought it was down into the corner. It was actually like a relatively straight shot, but we'll scramble mode activated real quick. Or a layup. Oh, have mercy. Hole 7 here. Claims 248 on UDisc. That is just absolutely not true. Straight down the hill here, kind of sitting right before you get into the woods. It's definitely got to be 320, maybe. Probably pretty close to that, at least playing downhill. I don't know. I'm gonna probably go fairway, like one of the Undertakers again. If I go long, good sign. I'll probably club down to a mid then and see what happens, but first we're gonna try to get there with a fairway. All right, I'm gonna go stable Undertaker just because a little bit of a headwind, especially coming up the hill, it's definitely gonna make it turn a ton more. So we're gonna go a little more stable Undertaker. I'm gonna try to throw it on hyzer out wide because it shouldn't turn over. So even if it flips up to flat, I think it still has the stability to crash. But if it doesn't, if it's just hyzer the whole way, it still should be a good shot, in theory. There's that flip up to flat. Oh my gosh. Oh. All right, that was definitely the shot. Still really nose up. It worked out though. But we'll try mid. I don't think it's gonna get there. I think I can't decide between M2 or detour. If I do the detour, it's gonna have to have a ton of hyzer, but these just go further. Like these go 30, 40 feet further than any other mid that I have in my bag, just on a flat shot. So I might try this one. It's probably gonna be too understable. If it is, I'll go M2 since it's slightly more stable. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, way too much. I wonder if I have, this is probably my best option. I don't really have, I have like straight mids and then I have really overstable mids. So we're gonna put this one probably on about the same amount of hyzer and hope it just flips up to flat. If it turns a little bit, great, but it should come out. Keep turning, please. Yeah, no, way short. All right, great. Absolutely love to see first shot, best shot. I think that's the first time that's happened today. So we'll take it. Hole 8, they're claiming 264 as the distance. I feel a bit weird. It's hard to trust them now because that one was definitely not even close to whatever the 280 it was last hole. This first tree, and then there's a second tree behind it. The basket is sitting just behind that, it looks like. Definitely gonna be a stock hyzer backhand. I wish I could throw a forehand because that's definitely, like you throw it in this gap right here on the left, funnels right towards the basket, I guess if you get the distance right. But I might go pyro here and just kind of throw it high and flat again and just let the stability do its thing towards the end of the flight. Oh yeah, that was really good. Be the distance at least. I think it was just short, but I could tell I got the nose down that time. Clean release, I love that. All right, we're gonna go with Thino, probably a little higher. Should be enough disc for sure, but I'm just gonna get up higher. Too flat. Please stay out of the woods. Oh, got knocked out, thank goodness. Everything should be just in view. My pyro is like just short in the tree to the left. Like if I beat that tree, it goes to the basket. But I don't hate either of these shots. I'm gonna play from the Athena because it's just more open and I actually have a chance to make this putt. But both of them were nose down. My only thing that was wrong on the Athena was the line. I think I was opening up my shoulders before my elbow and I just pulled it that way. But both shots were nose down, which is something I struggle with, and the fact that I did that is very good. Swing. Whoa, that was deep. I can't decide whether I should just start putting like more direct to the basket or if I need to like get more stable putters, because I feel like I miss right on jump putts like every single time. I keep forgetting the names of these things, but they're hilarious to me. Crab apples, maybe? Is that what they're called? Hole 9 here. I am gonna give myself the benefit of the doubt and give myself one forehand for this round because it is 345 and apparently it is like way to the right once you get out of the woods over here. So, I mean, I could throw a backhand turnover or something, but I think we both know, or all know, whoever watches this knows, there's like a 0.01% chance I execute that shot. So we're gonna give myself a forehand, and then if I don't execute the forehand, then I don't know. Oh, that just feels so good. It's probably gonna be the closest I've been to the pin all day off the tee. All right, it's very comforting to know that I at least have the forehand to fall back on. Not that it's like just this incredible forehand, it's pretty good, but it's substantially better than my backhand at least right now, so love that. But yeah, backhand work. If there's anyone out there that's trying to do the backhand form with me, let me know where you're at, because I feel like I need like an accountability partner or something to like keep working at this, or else I'm just gonna give up. So I just realized I played to the wrong basket. I think it was hole 7. I was supposed to play to a basket that's over to the left. I looked at the map wrong, but I threw to this basket, threw it really good, and maybe that's why the tee sign was off, so I wasn't giving them enough credit for that. That was on me, but I am going to this basket, so maybe I'll birdie the same hole twice, or the same basket twice. Please. Oh, come on. All right, this is not hole 10. We're back on hole 7. This is gonna be my last hole, hole 10, because the other one is like low ceiling, very much a forehand shot, just like something that goes up and to the right. Very much a forehand shot. I'm trying to practice backhand. I'm gonna play to the wrong basket again because I think it showcased, like it's the most open hole I've thrown so far today, where you can really see the flight of the disc and like be able to kind of see release point, nose angle, all that. So I think this is a good practice one. I have 9 speed, I have 7 speed, I have 5 speed. I think I'm gonna go up and move down. These are gonna be the last 3 shots I throw and just see basically if I can get to the pin with all of them. The wind has definitely died down, so I think I have a better chance going down to the mids now, but this one should get there. See, dude, if I could just do that every time. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. All right, that was Beat Up Undertaker. This is just a cicada. I don't know how the headwind's gonna do. If this isn't good, I might try the Athena just to stable up a little bit, but we're gonna try to like hyzer flip. If I get the same flight, just a little shorter, ideal. Turn more, please. All right, all things considered, that had the distance, the line is just off, and I will blame it on the tee pad. I threw straight off the tee pad, however, because I am throwing to the wrong basket, it's really like I need to be throwing like this. So we'll make the adjustment here. M2, gotta give it the height, put it on hyzer. So far I can just tell by the way the discs are flying, my nose has been down, which is something I struggle with really bad actually. So like a lot of times, especially the tech disc is very humbling because I've noticed like when I throw on like 6 to 7 to 8 degrees nose up, which is like terrible. So bad. You lose probably 20 feet every degree. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So those people that throw like -1, 2, 3, 4 nose down, that's why those guys are bombers, is because they're keeping that nose under the wind and it's just pushing and pushing and pushing. And I've noticed I've done that on the last couple. So we're gonna try to do it here. I'm gonna range it afterwards because I think I have a range finder in my bag. So I'm gonna throw this because I just wanna be able to throw it good. I don't wanna try to throw it too hard or too soft to get it to the basket. I'm just gonna throw it good and then I'll range it afterward and we'll get like an exact distance on it. That was a bit nose up, but it's going for sure. Gonna be short. It's about where it landed the last time. I didn't throw that very hard though. All right, moment of truth here. Gonna hit the range. To the basket, we were looking at like 350, 351. It was kind of jumping a little bit. So probably playing about 330. So those, like that Undertaker shot would have went well deep, which is a good sign. It got knocked up by some woods. Would have went well deep, but yeah, I think, I don't know, it was promising. It just certainly got better towards the end. The start was rough. I was kind of figuring out, but I think I was trying to throw too hard. I was trying to throw too hard and everything, my timing was off. So I think throwing smoother was definitely better. All right, we're gonna call it right there. I have several discs to go find and pick up. So we're gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna putt out because I wasn't keeping score anyways, but that is the form I will be working on. You're gonna be seeing that for quite some time now, for the foreseeable future, until I guess something greater clicks in my head or not, I don't know. But that's it, yeah, if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. I was recommending this to the moon. We will see you.